Hey, what's good, guys? So, today, for once in a long time, I'm talking about something that was completely my mistake. And, recently I've talked a lot about stuff that just involves other people. This was me. This was a very, very dark time in my childhood. And I hope you enjoy. I think it's fucking hilarious to talk about now. Please leave a like if you enjoy. And I'm just going to start this shit, because no other way to really go about it, am I right? It's a fucking story video. So this happened when I was 13, and it's about how I got caught shoplifting, okay? Now, shoplifting, stealing shit, it's illegal. It's bad. Don't fucking do it, okay? Take this video as a learning experience. Put yourself in my shoes. That's gonna make more sense later. That's fucking ironic. Basically, yeah, just don't do this. Anyway, I was 13 when this happened, and my mom needed groceries, okay? So we went to the grocery store. Now, right next to the grocery store is a bunch of other little stores. It was like a plaza, and one of the stores was a shoe store, and they sold like all types of shoes, right? Now, around this time, I cannot lie, 13-year-old Luna was not doing well with style, okay? His shoes, now they weren't light-up Skechers, they weren't like light-up fake Yeezys or like Heelys. Side note, why the fuck did Heelys ever go out of style? Heelys are so goddamn convenient and just awesome. I'm gonna bring those fuckers back. Anyway, back on track. So I decided to tell my mom, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go to the shoe store down the plaza. Just meet me over there when you're done shopping, okay? She's like, no problem. So I walk into the shoe store, and I already knew what was going down. I was just like, you know what? I'm going to fucking give me some new shoes. I don't got any money, but I'm going to get some shoes somehow, okay? I was feeling like that scumbag little thieveness. I don't even know what I'm saying, but I felt that feeling, you know what I mean? The feeling I'm about to do something I'm going to regret. Now, this store was fucking small. It was no joke, like the tiniest shoe store I've ever been in. And I walk into the weirdest situation, right? Like, I open the door, the beeping thing goes off when you open the door that scares the fuck out of me. And the lady behind the counter looks at me like, what the fuck you even doing here, kid? Like, we all know you can't afford shoes, you're really tiny. So I walk to the back, right? They're kind of like looking at me, and I wait till they take their focus off me and go back to what they're doing. Because there was like two people. One was behind the counter, and there was another like bigger guy who kind of just like roamed and walked around the store and helped people. And I'm sure like, made sure everything was all good. Now I walk to the back where there's Vans, right? And I find this pair that's really cool, right? And I open them. Now, whoever put these in the box, they were already tied, but they were tied together. And the knot that was holding these two shoes together was fucking stronger than Chuck Norris after just doing a line of coke off a dick. Like, it was just not gonna budge. So I just put them on my feet while they're tied together. Like, you could still walk, it just felt a little bit restricted, right? And I put the old shoes in the box. And I'm like, you know what? This is how people do it. I only live once. I have to fucking do this. Like, I gotta do it. Stop being a pussy, Austin. Now, you guys never have this mindset. If you want to do something to push out of your comfort zone, push the boundaries, maybe like when you're 18, go to a professional place and skydive or ride a roller coaster. Just don't be like me when I was 13 and thought, damn, I'm really living life on the edge, stealing a $40 fucking pair of shoes that don't even look that cool. Anyway, back to the story. I put my old shoes back in the box. I put the box back on the shelf, and I now have the nice new shoes on my feet, right? Still tied together, strong as fuck. But that wasn't my main priority. I was like, you know what? I can still walk in these. I'll untie the knot when I'm home and have time to do it. So I'm walking real slowly towards the exit door, right? Now the bigger, kind of buff guy was at the back of the store doing something, just distracted, and the girl at the front was looking at me, and she was like, hey, can I help you find something? And she didn't see my feet yet. And I was like, oh, thank you, but my mom's just kind of shopping at the grocery store nearby, and I walked in here because I was bored. And she's like, oh, okay, have a great day. I was like, you too. And I open the door, right? The beeping goes off that scares the shit out of me, and I'm outside, right? Like I step foot on the sidewalk outside to the rest of the plaza. And I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm free. I just got away with that. Like, I'm so badass. But deep down, I knew. I was like, I'm a sad, sad fucking human. Now, obviously, I didn't say any of this stuff. I was just hyped up inside my head. But as the door's closing, right, the 3 beeps are about to go off to say that the door's closed. I hear, hey. And I was like, oh, no, it's the buff guy. Oh, he realized it. So I start running, right? And the minute I pull my foot high up off the ground, the knotted together laces stop me from doing so. And I fall flat on my fucking face. And I lift my face off the ground after falling, and I just see blood coming from my mouth. Not enough to be concerned about, but I definitely hit some tooth, and I turn around, and I can just see the guy looking over me. He's like, did you steal those shoes? I was like, what shoes? Like, no. He's like, the shoes you're wearing, they're tied together still. I was like, nah. He's like, take those off. I was like, all right. So I took them off, right? My dumbass not only forgot to untie the knotted together laces, I forgot to take the fucking padding out on the inside. So, my feet weren't even working at full fucking capacity here. Anyway, he saw that I was very young and was bleeding from my mouth and kind of had some sympathy for me, which he really shouldn't have had because I was a dickhead. But he was like, where's your parents? I was like, my mom's shopping right over there, and I pointed to the grocery store. And he just goes, go over there with her, never come back. I was like, can I go in your store quick and get my shoes back? He's like, what do you mean? I was like, well, I put the old shoes in the box. He's like, Jesus, come inside. And I ran in there really quick, grabbed my shoes out the box, and ran out that front door so fast. It was so goddamn awkward. And luckily on the run out, I didn't fall and break my fucking face this time. I'm kidding, I didn't break my face, but I didn't fall and, damage myself. Anyway, ran back to the grocery store, grabbed a napkin from the front, bakery thing, and, wiped off my face, got kind of cleaned up. And luckily, I didn't actually break my teeth. I fell and, my tooth bit into my lip, and I was bleeding. But I didn't actually, hurt my teeth, which is great. That would have been nice, breaking my fucking teeth for stealing a damn pair of shoes. Anyway, I ended up getting out of it without, really any serious issue. It's kind of funny because when my mom met up with me, she's like, hey, do you want to go back to that store? I'll buy you some shoes. And I was like, no. She's like, are you sure? I'm going to get you some. I was like, no, later in the week we'll do it. She's like, okay. I was like, yeah, just later in the week. And we actually went, but we went to a completely different store. I forced her to take me to the mall instead because I was too scared of going in there again. But that's pretty much the end of the story. That's how I got fucking caught trying to steal shoes that were knotted together, and how I tripped over the laces and hurt myself, got caught, embarrassed the fuck out of myself, and they probably still talk about me to this day, known as the dumbass kid that tried that. Moral of the story is, don't be 13-year-old Luna. I hope you guys enjoyed this little story. Please leave a like if you found it funny or enjoyed it at any point. Subscribe if you're new. Leave your stories in the comments down below. And I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Peace.
I need you to know that I ain't worried about these niggas. They ain't gotta fuck with me. I just keep fucking they sisters. Got in one fight in my life. I don't even know one, but I learned very quick. What's a fist to a gun? What's a gun to a thought? Ideas never die. I'm a wavy ass nigga. Blame the moon in the sky. Tides rise and tsunamis are in tune with the gods. I am Zeus with a trident, no Poseidon with a rod.